Louie, we've been talking about the government intrusion into the banking system, monitoring everybody and everything, the deep state, the Chinese Communist Party and so forth. But there's this new thing. The Chinese are getting their version called the digital yuan that they're bringing forth, which will enforce social credit scores. And President Biden keeps talking about a central bank digital currency, a digital dollar from the Federal Reserve. In fact, he's ordered by executive order a study of that they're now testing, at the Federal Reserve testing in New York. What are your thoughts on central bank digital currency?
Well, I mean, we've been moving toward something like that, but again, having a bureau that can oversee, can look at your bank records, that's scary enough. But we can get rid of them if we will have a courageous Republican leader, a courageous Republican leader in the Senate, and a president that'll sign it. We can fix that. But if we go to this form of digital currency, it means the government will be able to see and know everything you're doing. And really, Kevin, you know, we're talking about last days type stuff. Some say, well, we should welcome last days, but I just know that we've all been given gifts. We've been given tools. And as a preacher 20 minutes from here, Tommy Nelson, has said before, and one of the most frustrating things for me in Congress was other Christians, when I would get frustrated at people's weakness and not standing up for what they needed to, I'd have, Louie, we don't have to worry. God's in control. And Tommy had the best response. He said, just because God's in control doesn't mean he wants you to lean on your shovel and pray for a hole. He gave us all tools. He expects us to use them. And that's one of the things that was so frustrating to me in Congress. But so we've got the ability to keep these things from happening that are going to create so much pandemonium and so much erosion or elimination of private rights. We need to use the gifts we've been given to do that. But this will be, I mean, and I've said in Congress before, in public, look, I know what you guys are trying to do. Why don't we just cut to the chase? This was when they were in the majority, the Democrats in the majority, and just go ahead and put 666 on everybody's forehead. You know, let's go ahead. That's where you're going with this.
That is where it's going.
And that is where it's going. And everybody will have the mark, and maybe it's a computer chip or something embedded, but I don't want that.
I don't want it either. I've got a friend, a couple of points. I've got a friend, Eric Davidson, who was the chief investment officer of Wells Fargo, and he used to say, I'm so afraid of getting the mark of the beast. And I said, why? And he said, they'll probably offer it with frequent flyer miles, and I won't know what I'm doing. But the reality of it is, it's going to be forced on people, and we have to fight it. And like you said, the shovel, I think of Tommy Nelson, I think of the shovel of, how about the shovel of the man who buried the talent he was given in the backyard?
Exactly.
And Jesus said, occupy till I come.
Exactly.
Do business. We are to fight. Or Dylan Thomas has a poem, is do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage at the dying of the light.
Right.
So that's where I'm glad.
When my mother said she wasn't going to go see another doctor about a brain tumor, she was an English teacher, and I threw Dylan Thomas at her, rage against the dying of the light. And she said, I feel that I have raged enough.